Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Okay, good evening. I know it's late. I'm really sorry. If you're in the UK, we are an hour later than usual just because of weird things with servers and time zones and all sorts of stuff, and British summertime and all sorts of things. But welcome along to the video 5K, the Film My Run video 5K. We're off in 20 seconds. There's Paul Hayward, and I've got the audio from your Zoom calls, guys. So if you want to tonight, you can shout, and we'll see if I can hear you over the Zoom call. Just as an experiment. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, off we go. This is the video 5K from Film My Run. We've got a nice small bunch of people, about 12 runners. And, I haven't got chat up. No, so I'm going to get chat up any second now. My wife has just reminded me to get chat up. Somebody else is not moving either. Right, in the lead is Clive Finnimore. So Clive is going for the win today then, by the looks of it. Oh, hang on a minute. Who else have we got? We've got James Downs running. We've got Amy Green running. We've got Vieira running. Quite a few people we've seen before and a few names we haven't seen before. So Clive Finnemore at the moment is in the lead. Or we haven't even started yet, actually, because there's a bit of a lead in before the actual run starts. But there we are. We've just started and Clive Finnemore is in first place. So there's Clive. Let's have a look. Oh, hang on, Right, let me just spend 2 minutes getting chat up and running because I totally neglected to do that. So we'll just watch Clive, who's in first place. Vieira is in second and Gaten Chasen in third. So if Victoria wants to flick through to one or two others, Gaten Chasen there as well in third place. Bear with me while I just get chat up and running. So hi Gaten, how are you? See if there's any delay. Oh, apparently most people are on mute. Okay, no worries. Right, I'm nearly there with chat. This is Mariana, who's joining us for the first time. I don't think we've met Mariana before, from Chile, I think. That's better. Yeah, let's get that camera. Oh no, she's gone off now. Go back to Mariana in a minute. Hello, Paul Cottrell. Hello, Tina Beard. Hello. Go Zwift, it says there. Oh, no, that's from yesterday. So if you're watching on chat, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, we are watching chat now, so we can see you. There's Amy Green. There's my wife. Hello, Victoria. Right, let's get through these runners. We've got a small but merry band of runners today. Vieira has now taken up first place, but we don't have Vieira's video. Clive Finnemore in second, and Gaten Chasen is in third place. We'll give him a ride on. Paul Hayward, let's go to Paul Hayward. So we've lost Mariana, but she'll be back on shortly, I'm sure. Paul Hayward there. Hello, Paul. Heart rate of 137. Let's read out a few stats from Paul Hayward, if we can find them. Where's Paul Hayward? There he is. Okay, Paul is 51 years old, and I'm 21 years old, I'll have you know. Paul has a cycling level of level 9, and he is a level 21 runner. So he's very experienced on Zwift at running. 3,500 kilometres, well over 3,500 kilometres of running done on Zwift, and 644 kilometres of cycling done on Zwift. Noah, hello. Andrew Van Hook says good evening, have a great run. Be the Tortoise, good evening all. Richard Burrows from GB Ultras, hi buddy, hope you're well. And Steve Milne, hello to Steve. And Richard Burrows is one of the organisers from GB Ultras, I think, along with Neil Kirby. Is that right, Richard? Are you one of the organisers as well? Paul Hayward in fourth place. Let's go down to Amy Green, who's in fifth. So there's Amy. Amy's wearing her Zwift top in real life, and in Zwift she's wearing a yellow top. What is that from? What yellow top is that? Because that's not a standard. Is that the Tour of Zwift yellow top? The Tour of Watopia yellow top? I recognise the top, but I can't tell you where it's from. I can't recognise it totally. Really good quality picture from Amy today. Yeah, there's no stuttering on that. Really clear. Nice, Amy. Very good. Like it. I don't know what's going on with my text at the top there, though. Something weird. It's gone now. Okay, so Amy is... Let's have a look at Amy's stats. Amy is 34 years old. She has cycled up to level 14 on Zwift. 1,400 kilometres cycled on Zwift. But she is a level 21 runner with 1,753 kilometres run on Zwift. That equates to 268 slices of pizza burned. I've always thought that was a very odd thing for Zwift to have. The number of slices of pizzas you've burned whilst running or cycling on Zwift. Tina says no chat on screen at all. Hang on. Let me see if I can fix that, Amy. Tina, hold on. Right, that should... Next time somebody puts some chat up, that should come up. Sorry about that. Let's go down to... have we got D Little? D Little has stopped anyway. Malone, C Malone. Okay, so C Malone is in 7th place, but we don't have video from him in Canada. But we do have James Downs. James Downs is in 8th place, heart rate of 172 from the UK. He has done about 700 metres so far. There's James. The last time James was on, we had a bit of a discussion about his top, because I seem to remember he was wearing a Man United top. He was banned for a few weeks from the Film My Run 5K for wearing that top, but he's back on that. Hang on a minute, he's got the change strip on today. He's still wearing a Man United top. He's got the change strip on. Right, he's banned again. He's banned again for 3 weeks. Well done, James. So James has joined us again. It's good to have him back. And we also have Lingfelter, I think. Do we? So this is a Lingfelter. Let's find a little information about... Have we not got him? Has he disappeared? Oh, he's turned his video off for some reason. Ben, can you turn your video back on, please? This is Benjamin Lingfelter, who did have video on earlier, but it's gone. We also had video from Mariana, but she seems to have disappeared as well, unfortunately, which is a shame. But Ben, if you're listening, if you can turn your video back on, that would be great, so we can see you. He definitely had his video on earlier. So let's go back up to the front. We can see we can't see Vieira, but Vieira's in the lead. Vieira is quite a regular with us, but doesn't seem to ever put his video on. A heart rate of 144 for Vieira, and he is 59 years old and no cycling on Zwift, but he is level 21 and he does an awful lot of running on Zwift. He has 5,189 kilometres run on Zwift. He's catching me up. He is definitely catching me up. Right, who have we got there? Is that Gaten Chasen? Sebastian says, go Clive, nice and steady. Yeah. So Gaten Chasen in 2nd place. Gaten is from Canada. He's nearly 2 kilometres in. And it is daylight in Canada. Well, yeah, it's afternoon, isn't it? Early afternoon in Canada. Or mid-afternoon in Canada. So Gaten Chasen, let's find out what we've got for him. He's 54 years old. His profile has a picture of him on a bike. And he is a level 42 cyclist. He has, blimey, he's cycled 14,400 kilometres on Zwift. He's climbed 137,000 metres. So he is the owner of a Tron bike on Zwift. Very sought after. But he's also a level 21 runner, 2,800 kilometres run on Zwift. 507 slices of pizza have been burned during the course of his running. 2.1 kilometres in from Canada, height of 178 centimetres. Gaten is currently running along the Rue de Rivoli with the Tivoli Gardens on the left and the shops on the right. And down to Clive. Clive in 3rd place now. So he stormed into the lead, Clive, and now he's taking it nice and steady at 15 kilometres an hour. So that is a decent pace. So if you're thinking of trying to break your 5k PB, 20 minutes is a fast time to get to, and this is the pace you need to go. So if you want to break 20 minutes for 5k, you need to be going at 15 kilometres an hour or 4 minutes per kilometre. So 5 times 4 is 20. You need to be going 4 minutes per kilometre or just a bit less to make up for any extra. If you're in a race, you're always going to run a little bit further than the full distance, just because of weaving about or whatever it might be. So you just need to go a little bit quicker than the set average pace for that run. But if you want to break 20 minutes, 4 minutes per kilometre is how fast you need to go. And there is Clive, wearing the same top in Zwift as he is in real life. Right, apparently Sebastian is in bed rather than doing, because it is over in Central European time. It's 10:15 at night. So not only are we an hour later in the UK, but obviously they're an hour later in Europe. And yeah, it's 10:15 on a Friday night in Central Europe. So over in Berlin, Sebastian is fast asleep. Richard Burrows says, no, I'm not one of the organisers for GB Ultras, but have run quite a few events, most of them last year, but not quite the Grand Slam. Okay, Richard, thank you for letting me know. I'm sure actually you've told me that before, but thanks for letting me know again. So Clive in third now. Clive in third place, sorry. Paul Hayward is in fourth. Right, my wife is asking a very pertinent question. She says, if Paul Hayward is the same age as me, i.e. 51, why do I have a lot more grey hair? And my answer to that is because I'm married to Victoria. She walked right into that one. Very good. Right, Paul Hayward. Have we looked at Paul's stats? I think we have, haven't we already? Yes, we have. 3,571 kilometres run on Zwift. Paul is running up the Rue de Rivoli with 2.5 kilometres done, 2.5 left to do. Fourth place. So our winning time is going to be under 20 minutes. But it's 3:55 per kilometre for Vieira at the moment. He's hit 3 kilometres, he's got 2 kilometres to go. So it's not going to be one of our uber fast times that we've had before. Amy Green in 5th place, 2.1 kilometres done for Amy. There she is. Steve Milne says, I'm in bed. Tina Beard says, watching in my pyjamas. Yeah, do you know what? And me and Victoria, honestly, normally this time of night we'd be in our pyjamas as well. We're only in our clothes because we're doing this. And let me tell you something else. Victoria has done Film My Run 5K, video 5K, sitting there in her pyjamas before. So we're very happy to get into our pyjamas nice and early. But on this occasion, we do happen to be dressed. Salim says, hi all, yes, too late for me from Paris. We changed time last night, it's 10 p.m. Enjoy the race, yes. And Paris are also pretty much locked down again now. I know that schools have closed again in Paris. So yeah, Paris is having a tough time of it at the moment. So hello to you, Salim, and hope things are okay. But yeah, Paris is in lockdown again. And all of Europe are not coping very well at the moment with a third wave. We in the UK are escaping it at the moment, but let's not count our chickens just yet. I've just noticed an activate Windows sign in the bottom right of our screen there. So have I not activated Windows on your machine? Obviously not. I've just installed Windows on Victoria's Mac, and I've obviously not activated it yet. Alright, Amy Green in her Zwift top. Like I said before, it looks like this is probably the best, clearest signal we've had from Amy's camera in all the weeks that we've done the video 5K. Looks really good, and I know Amy's really proud of her new setup. And it'll be even better when Amy gets her new treadmill, which I don't know when it's arriving, but it's on order. So Amy's getting a new treadmill. She's got some new furniture, which we can't see because it's in front of her. She's looking at it, but she's very proud of her new setup, and the lights are really cool. Let's go to who's next? James Downs. Yeah, let's go and have a look at James Downs. 2 kilometres in. So James there looks like he's in his garage. He has a Tour of Watopia poster over there. If you want to get a Tour of Watopia, if you want to get a Watopia poster, all you have to do is log on to zwiftinsider.com. My friend Eric runs that website, zwiftinsider.com, and you can order yourself a hard copy of the Watopia map. It has been updated with all the latest roads, so if you want to go and get one of them, I'm not entirely sure how much it is, around about 25 $30, £25, something like that, I think. So if you want to get yourself a Watopia mat, go and find zwiftinsider.com and go and order it from there. James Downs. James Downs is working hard. Heart rate of 171 for James. But he has a private profile, so we can't see how far he's run on Zwift. We'll give him a ride on. We can't see how far he's run on Zwift or if he's done any cycling. That's all right. Not to worry. Not to worry. So we don't have Maloney, and we don't have. Ben hasn't put his video back on, as far as we can see. So we've lost Ben, unfortunately. But Maloney is in 8th place with 2.4 kilometres done. Lingfelter, Ben from the USA, has 2.5 kilometres left to do. He's halfway through. Heart rate of 97. That can't be right. I think he's probably got a problem with his heart rate monitor there, unless he's taking this very, very easy. D. Little from the USA, heart rate of 113 beats per minute, 2.8 kilometres done. Amy Green is in 5th at 2.9, 3 kilometres done now for Amy. Paul Hayward, 3.5 kilometres done, heart rate of 153. Clive Finnimore has 1 kilometre to go. He's running up the Champs-Elysees. He is pushing it hard with a heart rate of 173 beats per minute, 174. So he's giving this a good old go. In 3rd place, but he's 34 seconds behind Gayton Chasen. Gayton Chasen is in 2nd place, 4.3 kilometres done for him. There he is. Camera just below him, looking out the window. Looks like a nice sunny day over in Canada. And then Vieira is in the lead with 600 metres to go. Heart rate of 151 for Vieira. This isn't his top speed. Vieira can go quite fast. He's currently going at 16.5 kilometres an hour, so fairly speedy. Well, he's just slowed it down to 16 kilometres an hour because he obviously knows that. I was going to say he knows that he's not going to get caught, but Gayton Chasen is only 11 seconds behind. So whether Gayton can catch him or not, I don't know. Gayton is going quicker at 16.7. A heart rate of 157, so Gayton is within his comfort zone as well and could probably push harder. We're at 17 minutes 20 seconds now, and Vieira is slowing down. Whether he thinks he's won it or not, I don't know, but Gayton is catching him. He's got 500 metres to go to catch him. Can he get him? Only 8 seconds behind now. And Vieira has definitely slowed down. Whether Vieira's deliberately slowed down to make a race of it, I don't know. But Gayton is definitely closing now, 7 seconds behind. There's Gayton. Come on, buddy. 6 seconds behind. He is catching, but now Vieira's suddenly realised, and Vieira has now sped up. So Vieira suddenly saw. I think Vieira just took his eye off the ball for a minute there from Brazil. He took his eye off the ball and thought that he'd won it and slowed down, and then suddenly realised that Gayton Chasen was catching him up. 200 metres to go for Vieira. 6 seconds ahead of Gayton Chasen. So Vieira is going to win it, I think, unless something drastic happens now. Gayton is really pushing it, but he's not. I don't think he's got time now to catch. He's at 157, 158 beats per minute now into red zone. And he has put the speed up with 100 metres to go. But he's still 6 seconds behind Vieira, so Vieira is going to win it. Gayton Chasen is just going to be pipped by Vieira. 5 seconds behind. Yeah, Gayton is our video winner. Yeah, that's now... strictly speaking, in my original idea for this, the winner is Gayton Chasen because Gayton is on video. Gayton has finished. Well done, Gayton. He's worked really hard. Good job, buddy. Excellent work. And Clive Finnimore is coming into 3rd place. He's got 200 metres to go. Well done, Clive. He's pushing it at 16 kilometres an hour, and his heart rate is 178 beats per minute. Blimey, up to 182 jump. Suddenly a jump to 182 beats per minute. Really pushing it at 16 kilometres an hour. Coming into 3rd place in under 20 minutes. He's going to make it in under 20 minutes. He's got 20 seconds to do that, but he is going to do it. Any second now, he's going to cross the line. There he is, 5 kilometres done for Clive Finnimore. Well done, he's finished in 19 minutes 40 seconds for Clive. Great job. Salim says, my gosh, Windows on a Mac. Yes, you can do Windows on a Mac. No, it's not. No, I think it's all right. I think it's fine. Yeah, Salim, you can load Windows onto a Mac using Boot Camp, a program called Boot Camp on the Mac. It's free software. Jonathan Koss says, there's always something dodgy on Vieira's data. His cadence at the start was 110. HR looked okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think he is a genuine runner. But we did query him, didn't we? At one point. Has my camera gone off? All right, Victoria's saying my camera's gone off. Let me just double check this. We've got Paul Hayward on the screen. Paul is pushing it hard, 13.6 kilometres per hour. He's got 400 metres to go to the end. No, my camera's fine, Victoria. No, that's just because the video was on. Okay. Right, Victoria was absolutely convinced that my camera had gone off, but it's on. It's perfectly fine. Okay, so Paul Hayward has 300 metres to go. Heart rate of 156 beats per minute, and he's in 4th place. He's going to finish in about 23 minutes overall. So he's got 200 metres to go. He's got a grimace on his face as he's pushing it in, 13.5 kilometres per hour, heart rate of 150 BPM. Jonathan Koss says, good effort, Paul Hayward. 156 BPM now. He's getting faster, 13.8 kilometres per hour, 100 metres to go for Paul Hayward to finish in 4th place. He's going to do it in about 22.5 minutes by the looks of it. Rob Harrison says, I always feel guilty watching this when I think I should be running. Yes, Rob, you should be running. Susie says, hello everybody. Susie from I Run Things. Hello Susie, nice to have you on board. Come and run this with us one time, Susie. You should do. 100 metres, less than 100 metres to go now for Paul. Paul's hit it and he's done it. Well done, Paul. Good job. So Paul's finished in 22.5 minutes. Amy Green is going to be next to finish. Tina Beard says, nicely done, Paul. Well done, Paul Hayward. Excellent job. Clive Finnimore says, well done, Paul. Jonathan Koss says, Rob, you and I have an excuse to take it easy. What is that excuse? What is that excuse, Jonathan? Susie, the next one will be next Friday. So the next video 5K, it's every Friday. Usually the time is 8 o'clock or 8:05 p.m. But because of the time changes and because of various things to do with servers in the USA, because Zwift is managed, the servers are all managed in the USA. There's some time zone things. Every year we have a couple of weeks for some reason where all the runs in the UK are shoved back an hour. So we didn't start till 9:05 this week, but hopefully next week we'll be back to 8:05. Kim Selt says, go Amy. Susie says, excellent job. So this is Amy Green. Amy runs almost every week with us. And he's a real regular on Zwift now. Since joining Zwift, not actually that long ago, but she's really got the bug for it. And she's on Zwift more than I am, and I'm on Zwift every day. So that's how much Amy runs. Or not as much as Clive. Clive Finnimore runs more than anyone on Zwift, pretty much at the moment. And it won't be long before Clive catches up with Marcus Holmes, who is our leading runner on Zwift with the most miles run on Zwift. Closely followed by Simon Funnell. But Clive, if he carries on the way he is, he will catch them up. Susie says, I have to make an excuse up with work. Oh no! Where are you based, Susie? Yeah, I guess if people are in the USA, this run actually happens mid-afternoon. So if you're at work in the USA on a Friday afternoon, you can't really run. So I appreciate that. Susie says, yeah, Clive is a beast. Tina Beard says, keep pushing, Amy. She has got 300 metres to go. She's at 12.4 kilometres now. See if you can go any faster, Amy. See if you can get up to 13 for the last 100 metres or so. She's got 200 metres to go. Susie is in Philadelphia, USA. Yeah, that is it's a difficult time for you guys, isn't it? Because that's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I apologise. Yeah, it is tough to get out of work to come and do the video 5K. It's much easier here in the UK on a Friday evening as it is here. 4.8 kilometres now for Amy. She is going to finish in just around 26 minutes. Come on, Amy. 169 beats per minute for Amy, so she is working hard. You can see by her face she's putting effort in, and cadence is quick. Short stride length, fast cadence. And she is nearly done. 4.9. And there she is. She's hit 5 kilometres. She's done. Well done, Amy. Excellent work. Good job. So Amy has finished the video 5K. I think she was 5th. Salim was asking about putting Windows on a Mac, and he says, and I just explained you can load Windows onto a Mac using Boot Camp. Salim says, thanks, Stephen. I work in IT. Brilliant. Clive says, go on, Amy. Nice run. And Susie says, go, Amy. Right, this is James Downs. Actually, I've got D Little here. D Little has got 200 metres to go. And then Benjamin Linkfelter has 400 metres to go from the USA. So Little in 6th and Ben in 7th place, both from the USA. And Maloney from Canada. And then James Downs has just about a kilometre to go. A kilometre to go for James. Heart rate is 180. James is working hard. Good job, James. Well done, buddy. So let's have a look at Lidl's details. Okay. Right, so just go back to Gayton. So Gayton's just cooling down. So this is our video 5K winner. Although Vieira came first, Vieira wasn't on video. So we have Gayton on video. So he was technically first. D Little has just finished. Well done to him. Linkfelder is just coming into the finish as well. I was going to find out some information about these guys, wasn't I? Ben Linkfelder is 37 years old, level 13 runner. 540 kilometres run on Zwift so far for Ben. So we did have Ben on video earlier. He must have dropped out. But well done to Ben, who's coming into finish now in 7th place. 4.9 kilometres done, nearly 5. Got 50 metres left to run. Heart rate of 180, so he's working hard. The video you can see, though, is of James Downs, by the way, just to let you know. So on Zwift, you're watching Ben, but the video is of James. So Ben's just finished, and Maloney now from Canada. He's got 500 metres to go in 8th place. No heart rate for him, and we haven't had him on video. So we'll concentrate on James now. So James has got 800 metres to go. Ben's just popped back. Okay. Well done, Ben. Great job. Thanks for coming on. We did lose your video for a bit, Ben. Hold on a minute. Let me turn you up. Hang on. Let me get the volume. Right. Tell us again, Ben. I don't know if there's much of a delay, whether he can hear me. We did have his sound just then. He was telling us something. Well, anyway, that's Ben. All right, well, that's Ben, and Ben finished a moment ago. Most of the time we didn't have his camera on. It was a shame, but he's just come back on, and he's just switched it off. Right, so let's go back to James. Thank you, Ben, though. So Ben is running it in 4.4 kilometres done. He's got 600 metres to go. He is working hard. Heart rate of 182 for James. Sorry. Have you got anyone else you want to go to? Okay. So we'll make it a quick one today. Because it's so late, we'll let everyone go. And we'll come back. We'll do pets and t-shirts and medals and cuddly toys when we get back to our 8 o'clock time slot, because it is quite late, and I know people want to get in the shower and get to bed if they're in the UK. Thank you very much for joining us. Thanks, Amy. Well done. Great job. Kim says no show and tell today. Well, I guess if people want to, but it's quite late over here in the UK, and we've got a small but select bunch of runners. Because it's so late, I think people have decided it's a bit too late to run for them tonight over here in the UK. In Europe, it's 10:30 at night, and in England, it's 9:30 in the evening. I know over there in the US, you're kind of mid-afternoon, but it's getting late for people in the UK here. Amy Green says, well done, everybody. So if people are happy to, we can leave show and tell for next week. When we hopefully will be back at the 8 p.m. or 8:05 p.m. start time, because it does feel quite late. James Downs has 400 metres to go, still a heart rate of 183. He's working hard to get in. I'm going to guess he's going to finish in about 34 and a half minutes, something like that. Salim says, good job, team. Kim Sol says, I could not run that late at night. Yeah, I think a lot of people, the same for me really. Whenever I do my evening streams, my live streams in the evening, I always choose a run that's around about 6 or 7 o'clock if I can. I don't really like to start running at 8 or 9 o'clock. Jonathan Cost says, not late for me. I only started work an hour ago. Jonathan, if you started work, how can you... I don't think it's a good idea to be watching a live video stream when you're at 35,000 feet in a jet airliner, Jonathan. Is that a bad idea? Or are you still on the runway? Are you watching this on your iPhone whilst you're doing cockpit checks at Gatwick? Is that what you're doing? By the way, just for those who don't know, Jonathan Cost is an airline pilot. He said he started work an hour ago, so it's a bit worrying that he's watching this live stream. Tina Beard says, nearly there, James, keep going. He's got 100 metres to go, heart rate of 184. He is going to finish in around 33 minutes. Brilliant work, James. Well done. I heard an American voice then on my... Oh, Ben's still there, is he? Jonathan says, we have the technology. I bet you've got it on the screens, haven't you? You've done away with the navigation on your computers and you've got this live stream. Can you put this live stream on all the TV screens for everyone in first class as well? Susie says, great job, James. James has finished. We are done. That's the video 5K. Fantastic job. Well done to Gaten Chasen, who won it. Even though Vieira was first place, he wasn't on video, so we count the actual video winner as the winner. Susie says, I'm jealous right now. I am doing it next week. Sign me up. Okay, well, you'll have to figure out a way of getting out of work. I can write a letter to your boss, Susie, if you'd like. We'll get you out of work for the next week. And you come and join us. I keep saying I'm going to advertise this run. Victoria says people have put a good effort in tonight, so well done to everybody. Thank you for turning up. I know it's late for people in the UK and certainly very late in the USA. Well done to Amy. Amy's done. We're all going to go and have some food and then get ourselves to bed. Right, Jonathan Cost says, with regard to putting the live stream on the TV screens of everyone in first class, he says, not yet, so I'll have to find a way to hack into the system. Okay, well, next week we expect everyone on your Boeing 737 to be watching the live stream whilst flying over Tenerife. Is that all right? Right, we're done. Thank you, James. Great job. Well done. Thank you to everybody who took part today. We will see you all next week for another video 5K. We'll do show and tell next week. So bring your medals, your t-shirts, your shoes. If you want to show us your shoes, your cuddly toys. Amy, I can hear you. I heard Amy then. The audio is working for some people. So, right, we'll see you next week, everybody. Take care and bye-bye.